So I just wanted to make this video to see if I can help you solve a similar problem. Here we go. So I have a Boss ME-50 guitar pedal set here. This is what it looks like after I've disassembled it. This is it after it was disassembled, and I'll take you through how I did that, but I just want to point out that when I had a full set of batteries and plugged it in, then the board would turn on. So we knew that the board was okay, and we just had to isolate the power problem. In order to take the unit apart, on the back of the unit there were screws, and they look like these screws or these screws over here. Excuse the brush. The second part to do was at the back of the device there is a panel, and each little hole allows one of these to go through it, and these were fastened to the back panel with these little nuts here and a washer. So I had to undo the washers, the nuts and the washer, whatever they're called, with something like this. Just loosen them up, and then I undid the final part with my fingers. This is this part done. We did the back. Now for the front, everything was held on because these are the actual dials that you can twist on the board. So we had to disconnect that from the front. And to do that, you could pull the dials off. They look like this. They just pop off if you just give them a kind of firm pull. And underneath were these. And you once again have to undo them with something like this. Once you've loosened them up, you can just undo them with your fingers. And as you do them all, you don't have to really worry about which buttons had come off, because they all have a correct alignment thing on them. So you just take them all off. I did undo these, but it looks like you didn't have to undo them actually in the end. So once that's all done, the kind of main board drops out, but you have to be aware because on the main board is a sticky tape, and it sticks this cable to this front panel here, so it's secured. So just be very careful taking the motherboard out. To undo this, I actually undid the sticky tape. It looks a little bit like this, which allowed this to come free. And then on this is a little like node here, and if you push down on the node, hold these plastic bits to the side and give it a tiny little wiggle, it'll come out. Now, once that's done, you had to disconnect the pedal. So on the other side there is a circuit board that's got a little connector, and roughly the same, it's got a kind of set of levers that you can pull and just kind of wiggle it out. You just have to be quite careful. Now everything was open, I could start to analyse the problem. So I just wanted to learn about the board. So first of all, I realised that the batteries are working, and so I used a probe. The red went to the positive, and then I put the black to this this resistor here, and I could see that there was continuity. So that continuity setting is on this device. It's this one. And when that goes 0, the circuit is continuous. So that's how I check that. Then I realised if that was the case, and this was here, then I would like to know if there was also continuity over here. I assumed it was, I just wanted to check, so I then held the red here, just before the resistor, doesn't matter where you put it really, and checked somewhere over here, and I saw continuity in these little tiny nodes here. So then I thought, well, this is the power adapter, or the power inlet part. So I put my positive here, and I touched the metal part here. And with the black part, I touched this area here. And the reason I did that is because if you look at this, The middle part is the positive part of this metal, and it actually comes through at the back there. And on the side, you can see what I assume is negative or ground. Regardless, that's where the positive comes through. And so I put the cable in here. The probe there, sorry, and then I put this one here and I got a continuity and I thought, this is great, this is looking good. And I checked a few of these things. They wouldn't all light up, but I certainly was seeing things here and so on and so forth. So everything seemed to be fine. So I had to think, well, what on earth's going on? So I started to look at the adapter. Now I had done a test before, but I then decided to test it again. I don't know if you can see this, but it's an AC to DC adapter, alternating current to direct current. And its input is 100, 240 volts alternating current. So when you plug this in, the power that comes from your home comes through as alternating current, and it's at around about that voltage, I guess. And then also the output is converted to a direct current of 5 volts. So what I did was I actually was very careful here. I turned the power on, I plugged this in, and super carefully, I had this kind of held very firmly in place somewhere so I didn't have to touch it. I then put my meter on to the direct current 20, because if we remember, this is 5 volts out direct current, so I wanted to be able to analyze the number correctly. So I put that to 20 direct current. I very carefully, I didn't touch any of the metal. I'd secured this in the end with my probe. I can't hold this properly, but you get the point. And then whilst doing that, I held the side with the black. And the reason I did that is because on this it says that the outer shell is the negative and the inner part is the positive. Now when I did that, this read roughly 5 volts, a little bit over I think it was. And so, hey presto, we have a working power adapter. And then it struck me, if you look at these batteries, the batteries are actually, there it is, 1.5 volts. Well, 1.5 times 6 is 9. And this is 5. So it's the wrong fucking adapter. And that solved the problem. So I hope that helped you. Because that just took me about 2 hours to realise something really fundamentally stupid. Anyway, good luck.